Welcome to One Joke at a Time. I'm your host, Vinny Masagim. And today, before we start, I have something to share with you guys, which is really exciting. I can't wait to do this. I'm doing a documentary. Like, basically, I'm being part of the Behind the Comedian documentary, and I'm very, very excited to do that. And as part of the documentary, I'm gonna be doing a show at the Stratosphere on April 20th at 10 p.m. at LA Comedy Club here in Las Vegas. So again, April 20th, 10 p.m. at LA Comedy Club at Stratosphere here in Las Vegas. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be actually my first real show as a stand-up comedian, and I'm very, very excited for it. And I'm working hard. I'm doing all I can to get my set ready, and tightening up the jokes and working on the material to be a good set. And I'm very, very excited. So if you can make it, if you're here in Vegas or if you're local, actually, if you're local, we have a local discount code. You can use the word local to get a $20 ticket to watch the show. So take advantage of that. Use the code and, have fun. There's going to be 3 other comedians there as well with me. And, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time. It's, Easter Sunday at 10 p.m. You enjoy the entire Easter with your family, and then you can just, go and watch the show later, which is going to be a lot of fun. So I highly recommend. So just starting with today, I just want to talk about, the grind that has been to do this, to work on this material and just doing open mics here in Vegas, because that's the point of the show, just sharing with you guys my experience and what has been so far and what I'm dealing with. And I noticed this week, especially now that I'm doing more frequently the open mics and trying to hit up spots and learning more about me and about the spot itself and how each one of those, bars or sometimes comedy clubs works with these kind of open mics. It's really fun to do it, but also sometimes can be a little frustrating. Because every mic hits differently, and sometimes you don't know if you need to work on a joke a little bit more, or if it is just that mic specifically that it doesn't get the response that you want. But one thing that I'm getting out of it is I'm getting more comfortable with the silence, which is great. You know what I mean? And which I'm already, I would say I am already, because I work for Blue Man and we don't speak. So when we're not doing something, usually the crowd is quiet. But I still have the protection of the mask, I would say, that we use, which is the makeup. So you're in a character. So you're kind of hiding yourself a little bit behind of that character, so you can be a little bit more comfortable in there. But with, stand up, it's kind of a little bit different because it's you there. And so I need a little bit more extra time to get comfortable with that, in being me, and being able to really work on that, get comfortable and actually do something that I can be a little bit okay with silence, And now I think I got to that point where okay, I'm doing this. I can think between jokes and get comfortable with, and and work on that. So this has been a great experience, and I can't wait to put into proof when I do the show on the 20th. I still have a couple of weeks to go and work on more things, and that'll free me up to do more stuff, write more things, and get more comfortable with my material. So yeah. And another thing that doing open mics that you kind of get to work on is the time that you spend on like writing your stuff during the day and going to open mics at night, which can be difficult, especially, for example, I have like a full-time job, plus I'm married, and I have two kids, which that alone takes most part of my day. And then having this time to work on jokes and or new things or new ideas, it just sometimes you don't have the time to do it or the energy to even do that. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is a challenge that I'm trying to work on right now and get used to it. Which is so far has been working great, but it's just some days I can't even go to an open mic. You know what I mean? So, but I try to use that time to do as much as I can with um writing or reading about things or get like my time worth it, you know, which is great. But yeah, I just feel like we need to be a little bit smart, or at least I need to be a little bit smart um with my time and be able to use that as much as I can. Because I also like to train jiu-jitsu, which sometimes takes a little bit of my morning. That's the time that I have to go train. So all that adds up in the end. But but those things also is good to take my mind out of it and come up with new ideas or sometimes come back to the joke with a fresh mindset, you know. So it's been great as like a learn experience to be able to manage my time um and keep doing stand up, which I'm falling in love even more every single day. Like every single day it gets, I feel like, okay, yeah, that's what I really want to do. I really want to keep doing this. And so far it's been great. And I know I'm doing the grind, but not in a way that I'm depend on it, because I still have a source of income with my full-time job. So it's going to be interesting when, things change, you know, in the future. But I don't know if it will anytime soon, because I'm not planning on leaving Blue anytime soon. But it's fun to think that I can do that, you know, do this and not as like a day job, for example. Day job takes like a lot of your time. You know, like if you have a job like 9 to 5, for example, it takes most of your day, and then you have only a few hours to work on something else. And Blue Man, it does take me a little bit out of the open mic sometimes at night, but still I have like most of the day off, even if I'm working, to work on jokes, like to write new things and to read about stand up or you know, just work on things. So it's great. I love that. And the open mic scene here in Vegas is pretty great. Like, we get like some people watching, and it's not a lot of people, but it's not only comedians, you know, which is very helpful when you're trying to work on things and working on new stuff and getting like a real response. Even though if it's one table, whatever it is, getting a laugh of that person, it already helps because you know, getting something out of it. Because sometimes the comedians already heard your joke, and so it's not funny anymore, you know. Or they just don't think it's funny, or they're not paying attention. But I feel like here in Vegas, they're pretty good at paying attention on your stuff. Like if you're there, um, in the room, usually I would say like most of them are like watching your set, which is very, very nice. I don't know how it is in other places because I haven't done open mics in different places yet, but I'm very excited to see how it is. I'm gonna take the time uh, later on to trying to go to Utah or California and start doing some open mics so I can have an idea of what it is to be outside Vegas doing stand up. I think that's a very healthy way to do it. Um, what else? I think that's pretty much it. What I wanna talk about this week. I wanna also plug in the episode that I did with Alan Rochford, which was great. It was the last episode that I did. Is my first episode as a with a guest, which is great. And the audio is not ideal. I couldn't clear the audio. That was like my mistake. I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out because it was video so long, and the editing program that I had wasn't great, so it couldn't really clear the audio. So now I feel like I figured it out. So probably the next guest is gonna be a little bit better with the audio. Um, and I'll try to repost the episode with Al at some point. And I found out because I'm using my iPad, which is not ideal because it takes a lot of space, especially if you're filming with a high quality video, which that was the idea. So I can post on YouTube, and also Spotify has the option for video. So I wanted to do like a high quality, image, but that was like taking so much space on my iPad, to have the video there, plus editing that which doubles the amount of space, and plus like to upload and to fix the audio, it was like the file was too big. Anyway, it was like a nightmare. So I'm learning, it's a learning curve. I'm gonna get better in every episode, and with that I can improve little by little. So hang tight, it's gonna be better, I promise, and we can keep working together. You know what I mean? And let's keep going. So again, I want to say again, if you can watch April 20th at LA Comedy Club, 10 p.m. at the Stratosphere, go check it out. I'm gonna be there. Get your tickets beforehand, so it's guaranteed that you can get like a nice seat and come to see me. I'll be happy to see you there. Come say hi after the show. I'll be there, and I can't wait to see you guys. So thank you so much. This is one joke at a time. Let's keep going. All right. Cheers, guys. Till next time.